Ah, we are finally at October, the best month in the year. Not because I particularly adore spooky things, although I do, but because my birthday is in October. So I, of course, tried to make myself the perfect TBR. I think I have failed, but regardless, I am very excited for all of these books. So I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start with the thing that repeats each and every month, which is the next Discworld book, and this one is Going Postal, of course, by Terry Pratchett. And I am really excited for this one because obviously I've already been introduced to the Clax system, which is semaphore towers in Discworld, and I'm really curious. Oh, look at the end papers. I'm really curious to see how the postal system works in Discworld. Should be fun. Moist von Lipwig is a con artist and a fraud and a man faced with a life choice. Be hanged or put Ankh-Morpork's ailing postal service back on its feet. It's a tough decision. It's gonna be great, as always. Then I do have Once Upon an Autumn, edited by H.L. Macfarlane and Adie Hart. This is a collection of short stories written by indie authors that are all themed around the season. I already read the summer version of this collection. I don't own the winter or spring ones, I do need to grab those, but I am looking forward to this. I love a short story collection, I blast through them, and this is going to definitely get me in that autumnal mood. Then I don't have the physical copy. I'm debating whether or not I get it or if I just go with audiobook. We shall see, but me and the wonderful Carrie from Caring for Books read Holy Island by L.J. Ross last year in October. We are both born in October, the 13th and the 15th, and this year we are going to read book 2 in the series, which is Sycamore Gap, which, if any of you are British and or Northern English, it's gonna hurt, this one. For context, Sycamore Gap is basically a beautiful ditch with a big old tree in it, and some fuckers cut it down. They're in jail. That's gonna But this was really interesting. We are deciding to read at least 2 chapters a day because last year we were so eager to carry on and get further into this book, and we were hating that we had to wait. So I'm really looking forward to Sycamore Gap. I am debating whether or not I buy myself a physical copy, but we shall see. I do have the audiobook already, so that's good. But you've got to have a good mystery, you know? And for a little bit of extra context, I feel like I should add, all of this entire series is set in Northumberland, which is, once I moved to England, around 8 years old, is where I grew up, so... And Carrie is American, so I love that she's getting exposed to this very specific part of English culture. Okay, and then we have my arcs and their companion reads, which I always do for some reason. The first arc I'm going to be reading is Eleanor by Alice Loxton. I read 18 by Loxton earlier this year, and so I'm very excited for this one. This is a 200-mile walk in search of England's lost queen. Queen Eleanor of Castile was the beloved wife of King Edward I, and when she died she was 200 miles from home, and they did this 200-mile journey across England, a solemn procession that will become immortalised in stone. And so Alex is going to these locations, and I assume we're going to get the history of Eleanor and also the history of the places. I'm assuming there will be something from the time period that they passed through. So this was sent to me by Book Break, and thank you folks, and I am excited for this one. I love a non-fiction, we all know this. And then, if you don't know, if you've not watched any of my TBRs recently before, I am now adding a book from my already owned TBR to my monthly TBR whenever I add an arc on, because I was reading too many arcs and not prioritising my older books. So I now am forcing myself to read double. It's working actually, just about. And the book that I'm matching with this one is Mina and the Undead by Amy McCaw. This is one that was on, if you follow my Instagram, I did a post of like themed books for the autumnal season that I want to read. This is one of them. It is a YA book set in the 80s, I believe, from the VHS style situation going on here. Mina arrives in New Orleans to visit her estranged sister. She loves nothing more than a creepy horror movie and can't wait to explore the city's darkest secrets, vampire tours, seedy bars, spooky cemeteries and disturbing local myths. Someone is repeating New Orleans' most brutal supernatural killings. I had no idea what this book was about. There were 3 reasons I picked it up. One is this was an unhaul from the wonderful Becca from the Book Sanctum. Thank you very much. 2 is that quite a few of my bookish friends, Hannah, Lada M, is a main one here, have read and loved this. And 3, this is actually published by UClan Publishing, and that is my university, which is it's actually renamed itself recently, but it's fairly small and not very well known, and it's published by my uni's publishing house, which came into existence when I was studying there. So multiple reasons for me to want to pick this one up, and I am excited for it. I don't read much YA, so this should be a quick read, which will balance out nicely with the usually slower non-fiction. And then my final arc, and the penultimate book on the TBR, is My Grandfather, the Master Detective by Masateru Konishi. Does it say who translated it, please? Translated by Louise Heal Kawai. Thank you very much. And this is, he's not your average grandpa, and Grandpa and the granddaughter solve mysteries. He was once a key member of the Waseda Mystery Club. From impossible locked room murders to confounding missing person cases, the grandfather-granddaughter duo weave stories to get to the bottom of every mystery. I adore these cozy with a twist translated Japanese novels. They have some fantastical, some mysterious twist to them, and I just find them so incredibly readable. The translators always do an amazing job, so I am expecting to blast through this and adore it. I'm so excited, I'm so excited. This was also sent to me from Book Break. Thank you very much, folks. And then the matching book that's going with it is, again, I've managed to get one from my spooky autumnal TBR, and that is Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand. This was sent to me from Waypoint Books. I have a link down below in my description box always where you can get a discount off of their book box, where you can either get 1 book or 2 books sent to you that is essentially recommended from your TBR and your read books. They'll take your Storygraph, your Goodreads, your spreadsheet, and they will look through and pick the perfect book for you. And I have to say, this is done by Hannah from Ladder M, and she is ridiculously good at book recommendations. Like, she's never went wrong, ever, and she has given me books that I otherwise never would have picked up. This one, whilst it sounds interesting, I probably would have been like, yeah, that sounds fun, but I'm not going to pick it up. I'm expecting to love this, because Hannah has never sent me wrong. I have never ever given anything Hannah has recommended me, whether that is from Waypoint in the official capacity or whether it's just as a friend, never given anything less than 3 stars that she's recommended to me. And for me personally, 3 stars is like, I enjoyed the book. 4 stars is, damn, that's a good book, and 5 stars is, fuck me. So I've enjoyed every single book she's ever recommended to me. I am excited to read this one. So this is a bit of an unsteady stack now I've done it in this order, but this is what I am going to be reading in October. I am so excited. I obviously have a little bit of a busy month, as you always tend to do in your birthday month, and I've also got some appointments booked in, but I am looking forward to these. I'm really excited. I can't wait to get through them all, and I would love to know from any of you if you read any of these. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any of these 7 books. Have you read any? Which ones do you think I should prioritise getting to? And let me know your thoughts on them down below in the comments. Also let me know what you are reading in October. Have you found your perfect spooky autumnal read? Or is that not your vibe? And are you reading cosy summery things? Especially if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. I imagine you'll be going summery instead. Let me know, and I can't wait to see you folks in the next video. Bye!